Now, I do have to warn you immediately for this lesson, this is a very high-level essay. So, I will speak quite quickly and teach you and show you how to get a very high score in IELTS. The essay is an argument essay about banning the advertising of junk food. You could also say fast food or takeaway. Here we go. Junk foods such as chips and hamburgers are increasingly popular now. However, many experts feel that junk food advertising should be banned. Do you agree or disagree with this idea? And then, of course, in the test, it would continue to tell you you must write at least 250 words. This is clearly an argument essay because you have to agree or disagree. So the whole structure of your essay should aim to answer this question and give support for your answer. It is necessary to make a plan. Don't panic. You have 40 minutes and you need to take 1 to 2 minutes to think about why you agree or disagree and why other people might not agree with you. You also have to think about how you will organize your ideas. So here is an example. If I am the IELTS student, my opinion is that junk food advertising should not be banned, but there should be some rules and limits on the advertising. In my first main body paragraph, I want to describe why other people disagree with me. So why would some people want to ban this advertising? They might say it's upsetting children's minds and misleading children. They might say it's causing economic problems because society becomes obese and unhealthy, therefore putting a burden on the health sector. But this is not my side. This is the other side, or the concession. Then in the second main body, I want to counter-argue to the first main body. So this one is clearly my side. I think it's free choice. And not everybody follows the advertisements anyway. However, I think junk food ads should be restricted. So this is all my side. Finally, of course, you need the conclusion, which you don't have to spend time on in your planning time. You'll simply waste time. But you know you have to repeat the main ideas and repeat your thesis statement again. Here is the introduction. Now don't forget, I told you this is a very high level. The blue sentence is background information that no one can argue with. The grey sentence is the topic, the essay question in a different way. And the red sentence is my thesis statement. Take your time and read it now. You can pause the video. I hope you've read that by now, and I hope you can see how clear the thesis statement is. This action would be unnecessary. Remember, the body paragraph 1 is the other side. What do other people think? Nutritional and health experts are rightly alarmed by the rise in obesity and other lifestyle conditions that lead to cardiovascular disease and diabetes. They believe, not me, not my argument, other people's argument. They believe that fast food is to blame for these health problems. The resulting strain on the economy as governments are forced to pay for the treatment of people with diet-related illnesses, also contributes to the idea that junk food advertising should be banned. Now, up to this point is the concession. All of this is saying, I understand what other people believe. The red sentence is leading into the next paragraph, my side. While this concern with the increased consumption of unhealthy food is correct, the idea that banning the advertising will fix the problem is misdirected. So this sentence is a switch sentence. It is getting ready to rebut or refute the concession in the grey part of the text. So it links to the next paragraph. Remember, the second body paragraph is the student's side. Do you remember the student's plan? Let's go back very quickly. The student's plan and brainstorming, free choice. Not everyone heeds the advertisements, but it should be restricted. So the student will look at the plan and write the second paragraph. Again, I will let you pause the video and read it slowly and carefully. Have a look to see if the student includes the ideas from the planning. Could you find the ideas? Like, they should be restricted. Families can make their own choices, free choice. So hopefully you can see that the student has used the planning and therefore the student has been able to write quickly and fluently. All right, now for the conclusion. In conclusion, it has been suggested that prohibition of fast food advertising will aid the fight against lifestyle disease and obesity. However, this does not solve the problem of continued consumption. Therefore, now it is my repeated thesis statement. Therefore, it is my belief that governments need not ban the advertisements, but they should limit when and where junk food can be sold and marketed instead. This is an excellent essay conclusion because it repeats the key ideas from both main body paragraphs and it repeats the thesis statement. There is no confusion for the reader, and this student will get a very high score for task achievement and coherence. My main points here are restate the thesis statement. And it's usually a good idea to give a recommendation, a warning, or a prediction. Here, of course, the student is giving a recommendation. They should limit because it's a repetition of what happened in the introduction. So, a good essay is one in which the thesis statement answers the question directly. Do you agree or do you disagree? Answer it clearly. And this must be repeated in the conclusion. Also, in a good essay, the topic sentences are very clear. It was very clear in this essay that main body 1 was the other side and main body 2 was the student's argument. So the essay is cohesive. Everything holds together. Notice also how the student discusses the other side, or in fact uses a concession followed by a rebuttal. This will help give you a very high score. And lastly, the vocabulary level is very high. Let's look at some of these quickly to finish. Firstly, the thesis statement and the conclusion match and make the essay coherent. Secondly, the topic sentences are clear. Remember number 1, the other side, they believe. Number 2 is the student's side. So the student says there is no guarantee. Very strong and clear. Number 3, the student used concession. And the student did this in 2 different ways. Firstly, using the conjunction while, comma, and then the student's side. The second way was using the sentence adverb however after a full stop. Now these 2 sentences are from this essay. But let's look at a practice with a different topic. Have a look at this sentence. While some teachers believe that formal exams are the best for science and mathematics, comma, in some countries like Italy, spoken exams are used to assess students' readiness, etc. That was using while. Could you practice this using however? Spoken exams are used in some countries to assess students' readiness for blah blah blah, full stop. However, comma, some teachers believe that formal exams are the best for science and mathematics. I encourage you to practice these 2 ways to give concession. And the 4th good feature was very high-level vocabulary like prevalent, prohibited. I won't go through all of these, but there is a list you can look at carefully. And notice how the student varies the word form. So here is a base word ban, but the student also used banned and banning, and some synonyms. Here is the student advertising, but the student used advertisements and the synonyms marketing and sale. The word limit can also be restrict. So this is why this essay is such a high level. Here is the introduction, the first body, the concession, the second body, the student's argument, and the conclusion. I encourage you to take your time and read it again. It is a high level, but I believe you can do it.